Hey, Ag Teacher Thoughts here, coming at you with another video. Today is the last day of the Latah County Fair, and this is last days of the fair are always kind of tough. So this is goodbye day. This is the day that the students wrap up their projects. Well, not everything's over. There are some students that are actually still out there showing that would be our round robin competition. But as far as the auction is over. So last night in this very ring, we did have our animals sold. I spent 5.5 hours helping out yesterday as far as directing our clipboard runners to send contracts to buyers. That was definitely experience. That was a lot of work. But as far as the auction itself, it is over, and those animals will actually be departing starting at about 5 o'clock today. So what kind of makes this hard is this is the first time for some of these students that they have taken an animal and transitioned it into basically the agricultural food production line. Let's just say it that way. We're just going to keep it nice and polite there. So this is an animal that they've raised for months. Could be weeks, could be months, could be nearly a year, just depending on what species they were working on. And in that time, they've washed those animals. They've trimmed those animals. They've trained those animals to perform certain procedures for showing them. But that has now all come to an end, and it's time for them to say goodbye. And that's hard for some students. It is even hard for me as a leader to see my students' projects finish. Some of them it was their first time, so their first experience doing that. Some of them, the seniors, it was their last time. Their last time that they would be in a show ring or have a market animal. So it's kind of tough. Definitely there are a lot of tears today, which is kind of one of the reasons I'm over in the fair barn. I just went through. I go through every 45 minutes or hour. I go through and check the barns, check on my students. But the barn's full of a lot of students that are actually quite sad today that it's time for their animals to move on. But this is a part of agriculture. This is a part of farm life, is understanding our food stream that we have, that agriculture provides. It's how we have existed as a society since we stopped being hunter-gatherers. We've raised animals to provide for us a constant food stream. And I know some people don't like that, but to each their own. This is agriculture. We provide products of all kinds for everybody to enjoy. It just happens that this is animal products. So yeah, it's kind of a hard day. Again, 5 o'clock today, the students will say their final goodbyes, and then they'll exit the barn. And then for me as an ag teacher, I started all over again on Wednesday, and I head to my second fair. So I go from here down to the Nez Perce County Fair and have 5 days down there with my students, and then get to do goodbye day all over again. And I have some students, pretty sure it's their last year that they'll be doing some animals there. So, it'll be last time around the ring, which can kind of be hard. But anyway, I thought I would give you a update on the fair and where we're at in the situation. But anyway, hope you learned something today. Ag Teacher Thoughts out.